Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of EdTech on the Street in the City That Never Sleeps, our Noida office version. Today we are joined by our Vice President of Accessibility Services, Tarveen.
Hi everyone, this is Tarveen. I head entire unit of accessibility at Magic EdTech and excited to start this conversation with Kiara today.
Yeah, I'm so excited we finally get to really chat.
Yes,
and meet because she's such a girl boss, really leading our accessibility efforts here at Magic, and we're going to jump right into it so you can share all of your knowledge and expertise.
Absolutely, why not?
So before we get super serious, we always start with an icebreaker.
Okay.
So, if you were a season, what season would you be and why?
Oh, I love to be the fall season, to be true, because I love that moment where you actually fall down and grow again. That's where your journey starts. And even in accessibility, I feel that every day is a learning journey and it gives you a path for your growth. So that's why I love the fall season.
That was so deep. Wow. It's going to be a good conversation. They could tell. That was your answer to my icebreaker. Dang, I'm excited to jump in. So going on to our first question, talking more about accessibility and the services, not just on the Magic front, but as the industry as a whole for EdTech. As some products or companies struggle to meet the WCAG standards and practice coming from the service side, since we are in services, what are the most common accessibility pitfalls you see, and how can developers or companies avoid them?
I think it's been long 10 years journey to be true, Kiara. I'm into accessibility, and what I have seen is that people lack all basics. Like basic accessibility compliances related to the color contrast, the basic user flow, and also the basic structuring of accessibility. I'm not even going to the in-depth of accessibility where we start talking about ARIA. So if we fix those basics, I think that's where our actual journey for compliance starts. If we don't do our basics right, then we are way behind what we really want to achieve. And when everyone comes and say that what should development team do to make it right, I personally feel it's not the development team, to be true.
Okay.
It's actually the responsibility of the design team. That's why we always say that shift left approach is very important for accessibility. Because if you design things right, you have taken all your users into consideration. For example, I'm a color impaired user, and while designing a product, I have taken that into consideration. I'll never come across color contrast issues or the reading order or how content is structured. So I think designers play a very vital role in making sure everything that we do and deliver is compliant, because if we start right from stage one, we can achieve what we want to, and that way we can help a lot of dollars, we can help save a lot of time and effort, and that's where my accessibility journey actually starts.
Plus, in terms of starting at the beginning, you're just automatically creating accessible and inclusive content for everyone from zero as a starting point.
Yes.
Now, just for someone like me who doesn't work in accessibility, when you said shift left, what do you mean by that?
Shift left is like why it is afterthought. Why we always talk about once everything is done and delivered, then accessibility is considered into consideration. The way you do functional QA, the way you do development, accessibility is also an integral part, and it should start from your software development phase, stage one, which is your design phase.
I see. Okay, so back to the related point of starting at the beginning.
Initiation.
Got it. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. Now, with the upcoming Title II requirements, especially in the States, we're always talking about, I believe it's April coming up, yes. How should colleges and universities proactively audit and improve their digital learning platforms or any solutions they currently offer?
I think recently I have been talking to a lot of universities, colleges, and even districts. So what I feel is that they haven't yet started. So I don't think, yes, they haven't yet started. So I think to get started, I feel there are three steps we should follow. First is onboard an accessibility owner within a university who will drive all of this initiative. It's very important to have the role defined and your organization goal defines toward accessibility. So that's step one. Step two is invest in an accessibility service partner who can help you with audits, who can help you with remediation, who can help you with your trainings, who can help you standardize your processes and get the audit started. So third step is once you get audit started, you would know where you stand. So do a strategic partnership, get the audit started, evaluate your accessibility compliance score at stage 1 and then build the roadmap with that service provider. Train your people because that service provider will work on all your backlog. But whatever you are building new should be with the mindset of born accessible strategy. So train your people to have that born accessible strategy in place.
Wow, I'm shocked to learn that with this closed deadline, most have not started.
Yes, no one has started. Like they're at very initiation phase right now.
Oh my gosh. Well, they better start, chatting with us, start getting going because we're entering 2026 relatively soon.
So few districts have time. So ADA Title II deadline is based on how many users you have in a district. So if it is less than 50, greater than 50,000, then you need to for sure have by 2026. Otherwise, we have 27 and 28 deadline for respective districts based on the usage.
I see. Okay, that's a good point to clarify because I feel we always say Title II, but there's multiple levels to it.
That's right. Yeah.
Great. Now, talking because we are an ed services company and the market's really going into more of immersive learning solutions now and AI coming in, of course. We always talk about AI these days. What role do emerging technologies like AI-driven captioning or accessible VR, AR experiences play in making education more inclusive, regardless if it's K-12, higher ed, workforce, continuing ed?
Absolutely. AI has done fantastic job. But if I talk about AI and accessibility, it has we have seen a lot of tools, utilities, various glasses, which has helped a lot of visually impaired people. You would have heard Be My Eyes. It's a highly used AI-enabled product that people with visual impairment are using. On the other side, when I read through various analysis done around AI, it has been observed again that people with disabilities, again, their inputs are left behind while AI is being trained. So if you rely on AI engine to get you all inputs, then you don't have that accessibility baked into when it's being trained. So yes, we are as a Magic also we are investing a lot, building up a lot of tools, utilities to speed up the processes and we are getting good quality of outcomes. But don't rely 100% because there should be a blend. Either you get your AI engine trained, incorporating all people with disabilities and then rely on that system and get the outcomes done. But yes, if we talk about evaluation of color contrast for textual, non-textual, basic HTML, writing down recommendation, creating audio descriptions, creating closed captions, transcript, everything is being eased out so well that people have started really relying on AI outcomes and also onboarding a SME layer above it, which is a minimal cost, but giving you quality outcome and assuring learning pedagogy to whatever you create and deliver.
So going back to what we say a lot at Magic, what we do, keeping a human in the loop.
Yes, that's right. That's very, very, very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because regardless with all the AI adoption and usage, you still have a human consuming the content at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. Now, heading into our last question, how can EdTech companies measure the impact of accessibility improvements and what metrics matter most for both compliance and student outcomes?
So I think most important is we are delivering accessibility compliant products. What is for example, an app is uploaded on an app store. How you evaluate it? You evaluate it by the star rating you have received.
Right.
Similarly, for me, to get that star rating for your accessibility score, it's important you get your product reviewed by real people with disabilities. So within Magic, we have a strategy in place. Whatever goes out of Magic is being reviewed by people with disabilities. For example, person with motor disability, he'll gonna use the Dragon Speech tool and give commands to access your product.
Wow.
A person with low vision will use Zoom text. A visually impaired person will gonna use Braille device. So all of this once used and user has same experience to what you have done and you have experience. So that is where I tag myself that yes, I have achieved compliance. My people with disabilities have same your user experience the way I am getting it.
Right.
So that's where I feel that that's the exact criteria of evaluating your product compliance.
Yeah. Wow. Especially with the fact that we have the testers who the product is meant for, the service is meant for, giving feedback for us to improve.
Yes, that's right.
That's great. Oh, wow. See, I'm learning a lot too here. I know a little bit about accessibility, but being able to have this conversation with you is also helping me learn.
Thank you.
Well, this has been a very insightful conversation, and I think looking beyond just WCAG requirements, Title II coming up, you've shared a lot of insights in terms of the industry as a whole and really what accessibility means when it comes to creating content. Is there any final words, advice, tips, or tricks you would like to leave with any of our listeners before we close out today's conversation?
Absolutely. I would like to share with everyone that accessibility is just not related to the laws that have been established. It is the basic ask, and we should not take this as an additional dollar to what we do and why we need to incorporate it. It is to be done in a right way. We have billions of people with disabilities, so we need to ensure a same experience for all of them so that they don't feel left behind. That is the main cause of having it well in place. And please think towards shift left approach that will help you be competitive and ahead of the game if you talk about competition. That's what my message is to everyone.
That's a mic drop moment. I think that's a perfect way to end it. So thank you. I want to thank you so much, Tarveen, for coming on our channel, sharing your insights and expertise, not just at what we do at Magic, but what you've accomplished in terms of really making digital learning accessible and inclusive for every learner.
Thank you. Really nice talking to you, Kara. Always love to see your videos, and this is the first time I'm on live recording with you. Great experience.
Thank you. And remember, for our listeners, go ahead and check out the rest of our content. You hear a lot from our experts here at Magic on this channel, but then also who we collaborate with on EdTech Connect. So check it out and remember to stay curious. Thank you, everyone. Bye.